What if one day you could step inside a story and walk among its words? That's what happened to Milo, a boy who loved reading softly to himself. Milo didn't have many friends, but in books, he found dragons, pirates, and castles that made him laugh when no one was watching. One rainy afternoon, in the town's forgotten library, he found a book with no title, covered in golden dust. When he opened it, a phrase sparkled, "Only those who read with their heart may enter." Milo smiled, because he always did. The letters fluttered like insects and a whirlwind surrounded him. When he blinked, he was no longer in the library. In front of him stood a forest of ink, with trees whispering words in languages he had never heard. He met Panta, a winged semicolon who spoke in pauses and guided lost readers. "Where am I?" asked Milo. "In an unfinished story," said Panta. "You must discover how it continues." They walked through hanging phrases in clouds made of adjectives. Everything floated if you imagined it hard enough. But not everything was beautiful. Around a bend in the tale appeared Borrok, a giant smudge who devoured chapters. "Run," shouted Panta. "If Borrok catches you, you'll forget your story." Milo escaped through bouncing question marks and hid in a wrinkled page. There he found Nora, a lonely letteree who had lost her word. "I used to be part of hope," she whispered. Milo decided to help her. He carried her on his shoulder and continued the path, determined to rewrite what the smudge had destroyed. With every step, the story changed. If he hesitated, sentences would fall. If he laughed, rhyme bridges would appear. They reached a lake made of verbs. To cross it, they had to conjugate a true wish. "I want to be brave," said Milo. And the lake opened like a book at its beginning. On the other side, Borrok was waiting, roaring with thick ink. This time, they would not run. Milo pulled out his pencil, always kept in his pocket, and drew one word, the end. The word grew, rose up, and absorbed the smudge, trapping it between exclamation points. "You did it," said Panta. "But the story isn't over yet. You have to go back." Milo hesitated. Here, he was a hero. At home, he was just a quiet kid with glasses. "There are pages waiting to be written," said the letteree, glowing brightly. He closed his eyes, and when he opened them, he was back in the library, with the book closed on his lap. He ran home, grabbed a notebook, and began to write. Now he knew that stories could also be lived. Every day, he invented a new one. Some with monsters, others with words that hugged you. He returned to the library and left his stories among the shelves. Slowly, other kids began to read them. Panta appeared one night, drawn in the corner of a page, smiling between commas. And the letteree kept jumping through words, as if she'd never left. Milo never forgot that the greatest journey wasn't taken with your feet, but with your imagination wide awake. Moral: when you dare to live what you imagine, your story can change the world. See you very soon with more magical tales that will take you to incredible worlds.